Ladies and gentlemen, we are here joined by Mr. Kenneth Lim, Assistant Chief Executive, Industry and Transformation from the Maritime Port Authority of Singapore. He's just delivered a keynote speech, so thank you, Kenneth, for your speech.
Welcome.
I hope you liked it. And I just wanted to deepen and go a little bit further on what you spoke before. First of all, I would like to ask you, how can the different stakeholders in the industry, in the maritime and logistics industry, regulatory bodies, operators, ports, shipping lines, innovators, etc., collaborate to bring the industry forward? What are your views on that?
Well, thank you for the question, and your audience and your participant can refer to earlier the keynote speech, and I think that the stakeholders across the whole supply chain can actually work together, identifying some of these challenges that the supply chain has, whether it's a friction, whether it is the digital documents, whether it is the equipment, and come together to solve together with the solver community, whether it is the startup, the R&D communities, even students, so that I think collectively, I think as you said, collaboration is important so that all stakeholders can come together to overcome such challenge and enable the global supply chain.
Yeah, I agree. I think that like you just said, collaboration is a key factor to bring the industry forward. And on that note, what do you think that, for example, the role of a port authority is, especially in terms of digitalization, of fostering the digital transformation, cybersecurity, and innovation in the sector? What do you how can the port play an important role in that process?
I think maybe the port authority can play three roles. First, of course, making sure that there is an enabling environment, right? To making sure that the ecosystem is there to support the whole industry. So I think that's where the regulator can come in. Second is to provide the regulatory sandbox, because we know that to innovate there must be some trials, and trials tests of technology, sometimes it succeeds, sometimes it can fail. But if you have a regulation over certain areas, then you need to create a sandbox to allow the players to trial and to learn from the trial. So I think sandbox, regulatory sandbox will be the second thing that the regulator can play. And third, of course, once the technology becomes viable, feasible, and partners are ready to deploy, then regulator can set in the regulation to catalyze and accelerate the adoption of such technology. So I think that's the three roles that regulator can play.
Definitely, there is a lot of trial and error and see what works and learning from that.
Yes, sir.
Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to learn. It's about trying, making mistakes, learning, and moving forward. Thank you, Kenneth, from your views on digitalization in the industry and for your keynote. And we look forward to collaborating with the MPA again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.